Hello everyone. You're watching Eagle News International Switzerland edition. I'm Maria Blaza Ramos. Here are today's top stories. G20 summit held in Hamburg, Germany. Iraqi Prime Minister declares victory over Islamic State in Mosul. In lifestyle, Lake Arnon in Bern, Switzerland. Hiking in Uetliberg. Cherry blossom in Altstadt, Bonn, Germany. And in sports, Valtteri Bottas wins the Austrian Grand Prix. International volleyball tournament in Gstaad, Switzerland. The G20 summit is a yearly forum attended by heads of state, finance ministers, and central bank governors from the world's leading economies.
The theme for this year's summit was Shaping an Interconnected World, and held in the northern German port city of Hamburg, Germany. This year's summit was successful in reaching a compromise on the wording of a final summit statement. Leaders adopted a declaration focusing on sharing the benefits of globalization, building resilience, improving sustainable livelihood, and assuming responsibility. They also adopted an action plan to enhance counterterrorism, cooperation in tackling foreign terrorist fighters. On the migration and refugee crisis, leaders agreed to step up coordination and act against people smugglers and traffickers. Addressing the root causes of migration and supporting countries of origin and transit were also priorities for the leaders. Africa's development remained a high priority for the G20. Leaders launched the G20 Africa Partnership to boost growth and jobs in the continent. This includes the G20 Initiative for Royal Youth Employment, which will contribute to creating 1.1 million new jobs by 2022. Leaders also agreed to take further action to achieve gender equality and emphasize the value of international health cooperation, in particular to better combat antimicrobial resistance. In spite of the United States' withdrawal from the Paris Climate Agreement, the leaders shared a common understanding of the energy system as the backbone of their economies. They rely on universal access to affordable, reliable, sustainable energy sources and clean technologies. The leaders of G20 members will continually develop their economies and energy systems to better reflect the evolution of the global energy and environmental landscape. Hamburg erupted into violence that dominated German media coverage of the event the night before the beginning of the summit, as hundreds of anti-capitalist militants and bloc anarchists descended on the city. Special riot police went into buildings to arrest rioters wearing black masks from rooftops while being attacked with iron rods and Molotov cocktails. About 500 people looted a supermarket in one of Hamburg's neighborhoods, as well as smaller stores. Cars were torched and street fires lit across the city as activists built barricades with garbage cans and bikes. The G20 World Leaders Summit in Hamburg ended in violent clashes with 476 of the 20,000 officers at the G20 had suffered injuries, including cuts and burns from fireworks and eye damage from laser pointers. Overall, 186 people were arrested and 225 taken into custody. The cost of the damage has not yet been established, but is expected to run into millions of euros.
Iraq's Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi has declared Mosul free from the Islamic State. This is a major blow for the hardline Islamist group and a major victory for the Iraqi forces.
Mosul, a city in northern Iraq, was seized by the militants 3 years ago and has been in the map as the group's Iraqi capital. The Islamic State is reported to have enslaved thousands of people, mainly women and children, and abducted children for military and religious training. Mass killings have also been reported, with the militants using civilians as human shield. US-backed Iraqi forces fought a nearly 9-month battle to get the city back from the Islamic State. It was a fight that has killed thousands of people, displaced nearly 1 million Iraqis, and left many civilians helpless with hardly any food, water, and medical treatment. As of June 19th, Islamic State fighters were still defending the few remaining parts of the historic city that were still under their control. The Battle for Mosul was a deadly fight that put large areas of the city into ruins. The victory marks a huge defeat of the militants. However, as the group still controls territory in Iraq, it is expected to revert to more conventional insurgent tactics such as bombings. But for now, Iraqis celebrate Mosul's liberation from jihadist rule.
Up next, lifestyle. Welcome to Lifestyle with stories on what to see, learn and experience in continental Europe. In today's program, let's hit the outdoors of Switzerland to a hidden lake between mountains and woods in the canton of Bern. And then go hiking in Uetliberg for a spectacular view of Zurich. And end our program in Bonn, Germany, surrounded by cherry blossoms. Are there options besides heading to the beach in summer? The answer is yes. Here's Theodorin Baisa for a trip to the sparkling waters of Annensee or Lake Arnon.
Do you like to go to the beach but are afraid by the big waves? Why not try a natural lake hidden in the mountains? Let's check it out. Lake Arnon is perfectly hidden between the forests and mountains of Portisoy, a village in the canton of Bern, Switzerland. The lake is also known as the Pearl of Sonnenland. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes by car from the Stad to reach the lake. On your way, you can enjoy some sightseeing of the forest. If you want to breathe some fresh air, biking is also a good option, along with your family and friends. That would make an unforgettable experience. Or why not try to hike to get there too? When you finally reach your destination, you will be mesmerized by the blue-green water of the lake. There are lots of activities to enjoy here too. As you can see, they build picnic spots where you can have barbecue parties. If you want some fish for your picnic, no worries, you can catch some here. You can also swim in the lake. Usually, the water is quite cold. But why not? As the water would beat the heat this summer. You can also rent a standard boat or even better, try a pedal boat if you want to enjoy the water without necessarily getting wet. I hope I convinced you guys to visit this amazing place. I am Theodorin Baisa, your EBC correspondent from Stad, Switzerland, and I am 1 to 25.
Wow, the water looks so inviting. Thanks, Theodorin. This time, why not discover Switzerland's other beautiful sights differently? Get your hiking gear on as Shuttle Esmas takes us to Uetliberg in the canton of Zurich.
Hey guys, it's Shuttle Esmas. Do you enjoy hiking as much as I do? Because today we're going to the top of Zurich where you can see the entire Zurich city plus the Swiss Alps. Come join me!
The Uetliberg is located at the west side of the Zurich Lake and is the last mountain of the Albis mountain range. Berg in German means mountain, so Uetliberg translates to Uetli mountain. Uetli comes from the name Odilo or Uatilo, who was the Duke of Bavaria. Locals love hiking up to Uetliberg during summertime because there are several different paths which lead up to the summit. There are longer paths with smaller slopes and shorter but steep ones. But all of them are surrounded by the forest and the fresh air is truly relaxing. Plus, the Uetliberg is only 870 meters tall, which is a great height for beginner hikers. The path we took is called Denzlerweg, which is the steepest but fastest way up to the summit. It was named after the baker named Denzler, who once used to take the same path every morning to bring his bread up to the hotel on top of the summit. thing about the Utlibek is its panoramic view. You can see the Zurich city, the Zurich lake, and the Alps.
So that was our hike up the Utlibek. If you ever visit Zurich, try to hike up yourself. You won't regret it. So I'm Chanel Asmas and I'm 1 with 25.
That was a fun way up, Shuttle, and definitely worth it. Let's now hear from Marie Francisco from EBC's Digital Nest program on what we shouldn't miss next time around in Bonn, Germany.
Welcome to Altstadt. We're here in Bonn, Germany, and we're checking out the cherry blossoms at Heerstrasse.
Cherry blossoms were planted in the 1980s to liven up the old city district. True enough, every spring, the cobblestone street of Heerstrasse turns into a lovely cherry blossoms avenue. The street teems with visitors and residents alike, gazing at the sight of the pink flowers in full bloom. Visually, the history of Bonn can be found in its architecture, from Roman gates, Baroque and Rococo city buildings, and houses. The city on the River Rhine, Bonn, Germany, was first recorded by the Roman writer Florus in 11 BC, making Bonn one of the oldest cities in the country. The cherry blossoms Kirschblüten last for about 3 weeks in April. So, with a short window of opportunity, grab your camera and capture the spring ambiance as a keepsake.
From Bonn, Germany, I'm Marie Francisco, EBC correspondent, and I am 1 with 25.
Thanks for that, Marie. Hope you catch the flowers at the right time the next time we're there. That's it for today's lifestyle stories from continental Europe. Join us again next time for more. I'm Christine Benedicto, and I am 1 with 25. Up next, sports.
Hi, I'm Henry Hippolito for our sports news. Taking place in Gstaad, Switzerland this month, the Gstaad Major is an international volleyball tournament that is part of the Swatch Beach Volleyball Major Series. The series will finish with the Swatch World Tour Finals, which will take place in Hamburg, Germany from August 22 to August 27th. In the men's final, American duo Phil Dahlhauser and Nick Lucena won the gold medal. They defeated Piotr Kantor and Bartosz Loziak of Poland 21-18, 21-19. In 2016, the American pair won the silver medal in Gstaad. In the women's gold medal match, German Chantal Labourer and Julia Soude came away with the victory. They defeated Thalita Antunes and Larissa Franca of Brazil 21-18, 22-20. The Brazilian duo had been aiming to win a third straight gold medal in Gstaad. Up next in the calendar is the FIVB Beach Volleyball World Championships held in Vienna, Austria during July and August. This tournament, also organized by Swatch Major Series, takes place every 2 years. In F1 news, Valtteri Bottas won the Austrian Grand Prix. The Mercedes driver, with a solid lead most of the race, had to fight off a late surge from Ferrari driver Sebastian Vettel in the last 3 laps. Vettel finished in second place and Daniel Ricciardo from Red Bull finished in third. Lewis Hamilton from Mercedes finished in fourth place. In the overall F1 standings, Vettel is in first place, leading Hamilton by 20 points. Australian Grand Prix winner Bottas is in third. Up next is the British Grand Prix, which will take place on July 16. That's all for today's sports news. I'm Henry Hippolito and I am 1 with 25.
That is today's Eagle News International. Join us again next time as we bring news that matters to you.